Hey guys, it's Candy. Welcome to my channel. As you can see, I'm already well on their way with today's install. We are doing some micro braids, yes, and I'm using human hair for this install. And what I want to do is start by making some very small boxes. I have two pieces of hair that I separated, and I have a third piece that I'm using to form the third leg for my braid. And once I have those three pieces in place, I go ahead and just start to braid that small section of hair. Now, technically, these are not knotless, but because the hair is so small, so tiny, they do end up looking like knotless. With these sections being so small, it's virtually impossible to attempt to do them knotless. So yeah, this is the next best bet. So once you start off with that braid, I'm going to be feeding in small pieces of hair just to create the size braids that we want. We want them small, so not more than two pieces of fed in braids are necessary, and I braid only to the end of her natural hair. Then I'm gonna take off a tiny piece of hair on both sides, and with those very tiny strands I'm gonna just wrap them around. Then I'm gonna just use those two pieces of hair to make some knots. I'm gonna knot it maybe about 3 or 4 times just to make sure that the hair is secured and that the hair will not become undone and unravel. All right. So you will know if three knots does it or if you need to do it 4 times, but generally it's between 3 and 4 knots. All right, then I'm gonna use my scissors to trim off the excess hair. Make sure that each braid is neat. And again, we're gonna go in with another braid. And guys, like I said before, these are micro braids, so the parts are going to be very close. Yes, you cannot compromise on the size of the parts because your style is going to end up looking crazy. Because the braids are very thin, very small, very tiny, then you have to make sure that the parts are also equally as small. All right. And again, you can braid them as far down as you want, but I'm braiding just past her hair. Now I'm picking up those two pieces of hair that I'm going to be using to make that knot, going in with 1, 2, 3, 4 knots. Yes. So as I said before, 3 to 4. Then I use the scissors to cut off those hairs that are sticking out. And yeah, so we're going to go ahead and show you guys. These are two pieces of hair. This is about the size I use. Overlap them, get a third piece, overlap that in the middle to create a third leg. And once you have that in place, you're going to just start with the braiding. Braiding for about maybe a 1/2 inch to 1 inch before I start adding my first piece of hair. This is called the feeding method. And then I'm going to braid for another 1/2 inch, add some product, make sure her hair is smooth within the braids. And I'm going to pretty much pick off two pieces of hair, very thin, very small pieces of hair on each side that I'm going to be using to create the knot. And once that knot is created, then you're pretty much going to be done with the braid. All you are left to do is just to trim up any flyaways on the hair, on the braid, and you're good to go. So guys, a little bit about the hair. I know you guys are interested to know that. The hair is actually from Amazon. This is the progress so far, by the way. Yeah, I would say we are at the half mark and the parts are consistent. Be sure that the parts are not haphazard in terms of the size. You want them to, for the most part, be consistent. All right, so this is the progress so far. The hair is super soft. Back to the details about the hair. The hair is from Amazon and it is a deep wave hair in the length 22 inches. Yes, you can go ahead and get a little bit longer length. I will actually link the 24 inch, but you can choose, the 24, 28, 20. They have different lengths. And just to draw your attention to the last row to show you what I do differently. So as you can see, I started the braid and I'm picking off a piece of curl and pinning it off. So for the last row on both sides of the middle part, I did do the boho method. And this helps to create more volume right at the front of the hair. And once you pick off that piece of hair, just continue braiding as you normally would. And I am gonna go ahead and now just pick off those two tiny pieces of hair to create that knot that I mentioned before. And you are going to create as many knots as you see fit to make sure that the hair is secure. All right. And then go ahead, trim up your hair, and you are good to go. Guys, this style did take a while. I'm not even gonna lie. I think this style took upwards of 10 hours to create because they're so small. So again, this is the last braid, adding in a piece of hair, and I'm going to clip off a piece. That's the first piece of curly hair for the boho. And then for this one, I think I did clip off two pieces. Yes, there is another piece that I am setting aside, and just continue to braid down. Now we're creating our knot. And once you are done with that and you trim up, then guys, the style is pretty much done. Yes, yes, yes. And again, the hair is from Amazon. I did use almost 3 boxes. The link to the hair will be left down below. This is how it looks, guys. Look how small those parts are. Look how nice and neat the hair turned out. Look how full. So the only thing I'm adding right now on the actual curls is some water, just to loosen the curls a little bit, make them more pliable and movable. And the mousse I'm only using on the braided section of the hair, just again to add additional shine and to smooth down any flyaways. So guys, this is the look. Let us give you guys a 360. The length is perfect. The nice black color is awesome. And those braids are so small, you can hardly tell that it is braided in the front. Yeah. So guys, this is today's look. I really hope you enjoyed it. I don't believe I have ever showcased a micro braid on my channel before. And so yeah, this is pretty much my debut. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and be sure to subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. You definitely can do the side part option. This is a very versatile look. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you on my next one. Bye.